Well, hello guys there. So today as you can see, we're playing DeathBall right now, but I want to introduce you some tips and tricks which I thought of, and this does involve like mistakes never to make, but it's mainly tips and tricks. So yeah, so make sure to not make these mistakes, and also you don't need to follow it, but I recommend following my tips which I will introduce in today's video. So yeah, let's hop right in. So already the first mistake, I just don't recommend you doing this, and actually am doing this right now, but nowadays like I like using Senshu, and which is a level 100 champion for me, but I recommend not using this now if you were like in a situation like me, because what it is that I have double XP running right here. It's already about to run out, but I have double XP running right here, and yeah, we are not using any of this because I am basically using Senshu, which is our 100. So yeah, this is technically a waste of money because we do need to buy with some gems right here to, you know, buy these fruits right here. So yeah, we are wasting so yeah, right here 3,000 gems every time we bought it, and I bought like so many of this, and like yeah, I had like 2 hours of this running, but like I was for because I was thinking I want to level up to Rokai, but honestly, like I was too. Yeah, I forgot about that, and I was just using Sentry the whole time I'm playing, and yeah, that was a mistake that I regret doing it because I technically lost money, and I don't know if you guys realized this, but wait, sorry, right here. Oh, right here. So as you can see, it says it's taking forever, but the DeathBall team is on hard work. Big update coming soon, and I think yeah, it's coming soon, and like there might be some big updates that we spend a lot of gems for it. So yeah, I really don't recommend wasting gems because well, it's first of all not a good thing to waste gems, but also like we are wasting our moments to being able to upgrade our champions levels. So yeah, it's really not that great to just play as fun. I mean, it's the best thing to have fun, but on these instances, I recommend doing, champions that you're not max level yet. And first of all, don't use these things yet. So yeah, we can make sure that we don't waste money, but at the same time, we won't be wasting these moments. So yeah, that is basically it for the first tip or mistake not to make. So the next tip is, it's pretty obvious, but don't waste your moves whenever you're in game. Like for instance, I used to do this when I was a beginner. Like I used to press equal swap equal swap equal swap for technically no reason. I just wanted to have fun, and just use a yellow card on somebody random. But I realized there's a wiser way to do it, and a way to win more effectively, use this ability effectively. So yellow card, I recommend using these abilities on any kind of these types of abilities whenever it's a standoff, or like there's a person you really want to target whenever there's somebody low, or like players that are really good at the game, because that will be more effective on winning the game, and it's gonna be very helpful. And don't just spam these moves, because for doing it for no reason, I mean, it is fun, but whenever you sometimes miss hitting the ball and you had one life left, well, you need to run away, or use other one of your abilities, and other one of your abilities that have auto deflect. So suppose that you accidentally misclicked and was about to get hit by the ball coming toward you, and you tried to run away, but you weren't fast enough to do it. On these instances, obviously use your abilities like Juggling Blast or Charge Kick. For me, Senshu, as a Senshu user, use those abilities so that we won't waste our precious lives or actually die. So I recommend using the abilities right here to Charge Kick or Juggling Blast, because they have auto deflect and it can basically save your life. And don't use these like just randomly. It's not that much of a wise thing to do, because whenever you do, yeah, you might regret doing it on the instances when you really need to use it. And Evo's Warp might also be helpful because you can run away pretty quickly, and yeah, you might be able to hit again, hit the ball again. So yeah, it's a better thing to have them ready, but obviously it's the best to have fun. It's just a tip that I want to explain. So that was it for our second tip. So this next tip, the third tip, is not as important, but I, yeah, I kind of did it, and I saw it wasn't really that much of a good thing to do, and which is, use up all your money, not all, but I usually do it, but use up all your money and use it for cheap packs. For instance, a light pack, it's very cheap, and yeah, it's pretty rare to get. You usually get commons, which aren't really that cool. So yeah, I mean they are cool, but they don't really look that great. And I only saved the legendary, godly, and mystical ones, and yeah, these aren't recommended for me to buy for me because it kind of wastes money, and we usually don't get anything good because 70% common, that is, yeah, that just isn't great, and you'll waste money, which you can buy for more wiser options like their fruits. So don't waste that much money on life packs. Maybe you can buy it for souls or these gears, because there's nothing else to buy with these currencies. So yeah, this is the only thing to do, buy these guys. So yeah, it's better to buy these guys more. So I recommend buying these things or more expensive ones, like solo pack, because it has a higher potential. Oh my god, sometimes this happens. All four of them are eclipse dagger. I don't know why. So yeah, I don't recommend this one and this one, the light pack. I recommend these guys because they can give you special swords. But obviously, I won't say never buy them. Okay, you can get crazy cool skins, even if it was this light pack, you can literally get the spirit sykes, which is extremely cool. And look at how many godlies there are. And yeah, we have these legendaries, and not really bad, but 70% of getting commons, which isn't that great. So I still recommend saving up your money for buying fruits or these guys. But obviously, you can buy these packs for fun. So I just want you to keep that in mind. Don't use up definitely all your currency or gems, and use it to buy these packs, which rarely give you anything good. Don't try to waste gems. Just that. And also, another thing is that don't use up all of it. I just want to say that. The fourth tip is definitely, first of all, buy use your gems, buy the champions, because champions basically what makes the game fun, in my opinion. And I like using a lot of these champions, and it's really fun. You know I never regret the fact that I bought all of these guys first. And yeah, I was really able to have fun and got a lot of them level 100, even though I have level 6 the lowest. But it was a nice thing to buy it. So what I did right here, I recommend you doing it, please. But obviously, you can have it your way. Have fun and play the game. But don't forget to buy these guys, because these guys are the main factors of the game. So next one is a little bit stupid, but whenever you vote for maps, obviously you can vote whatever you want, but the sides which I recommend is what types of maps I recommend is Tricky Tower or the beach map. Beach, what's it called? Beach, I forgot. The there's a volleyball net, and it's like a beach. I recommend those types of maps because whenever it's like this map or the pillar, I forgot what the name was it, but rocks of pillar come out from the ground and it bounces. It's super annoying, but obviously have fun the first way. But whenever you want to try to grind wins or kills, I recommend going with the maps like base plate. Not yeah, base plate as well, because it doesn't bounce on anything. So yeah, it can bounce on walls, but it is more effective for you to not die easily, and also you can use the walls pretty well because they're like in a nice angle. And the maps like beach and tricky tower, there's like, you know, one little obstacle which is very simple, but I like having at least one obstacle. So yeah, make sure to not make sure, but I recommend bouncing on those things because yeah, they will have a hard time hitting, and it will be more easy to grind. But another method is curving the ball and suddenly not curve the ball and hit them directly, and that will surprise them, and more likely you'll get kills. So what I recommend is voting for maps wisely, but always have fun the first way. The next tip I have here, the sixth tip, is I want you to keep an eye on what level they are and what type of champion they are using before they begin, especially high kill players like this guy right here, Pokey. He has, I don't know if it's a he or she, but has 3,000 kills, and yeah, that's really nice. So yeah, that person is likely really strong. So yeah, I recommend you checking. And for instance, he's a level 11 Lufus, so he only has the extended arm ability. So you can think about it. Arm has a cooldown obviously, and if somebody uses it, he has no other way of deflecting the ball if he misses. So I recommend on those instances, curb the ball well and then try to check him out and make sure he doesn't have we are perfectly guaranteed that we can make sure to kill him. For instance, if it was a level 100 on a certain type of champion, make sure to think about that. And if they use all their abilities and they're on cooldown, get them on those instances. So the seventh tip, make sure to stay like, you know, this isn't that much of a small map basically, but if it was like, you know, a bit small like tournament arena, don't stay that close to high level players because they know that they're gonna clash and they might have auto clickers, and also they can tell if they're gonna hit you or not. So yeah, don't stand that near the pro players because it's more likely that you will die pretty quickly. And if you think you're better than every other people, you can stay close as them and try to get kills, farm kill, but also be careful to high level players. Keep an eye on them. So especially on small maps, but on big maps, it's totally fine. Don't need to worry about it. So yeah, that was it for the seventh. Curve the ball best as you can so that you can trick up enemies. And what I meant earlier was that, so like curve the ball like this consecutively. Oh, and also don't do what I was doing. Don't use abilities randomly like that because yeah, it's kind of waste. And curve balls like this to make them confused. And after you finish curving, use charge kick and suddenly hit them, and then curve it again. And then do surprise attacks consecutively like this. But if it was too much of a long range, it won't work that well. So, like tournament arena, where there's like, you know, different types of walls everywhere, utilize the curbs, these walls wisely so that it can confuse out your enemies like this. Yeah, it's very effective because it is nice for getting kills and like, yeah. Oh, come on, yes. So yeah, utilize these curbs wisely so that likely you'll be able to get more you know, kills again. So I did that mistake on purpose, obviously. Don't do what I just did. Don't, like, you know, randomly choose somebody as a yellow card, and especially when, like, you know, the ball, like, you know, spawned like immediately. Like, don't use them on those instances because you'll rather not be able to get kills that easily. So like, it'll be a waste. So another tip which I want to explain to you guys is that make surprise attacks on charging moves. And yet I already can tell that literally just doesn't make any sense at all. But what it means is that whenever you use abilities like juggling blast, what was it called, key blast, any kind of those types of, like, you know, abilities, so make surprise attacks. So as you can see, I'm charging it right now and I'm pretending to shoot to that guy, but suddenly change directions and fire to different people, and he can get tricked out, and that player might also be able to get tricked out. So that is a really nice idea. Oh, and if you guys think I did something wrong right there by using egoist warp like that, in my opinion, that's not really that much of a bad thing, because I ran away from many people to make sure to avoid deaths the best as possible. So yeah, that was it for. Lastly, this is not that much of a bad mistake, but because dash has a really low cooldown, but don't waste your dashes like that, don't just utilize it in a unwisely manner. It's just gonna be a waste, and yeah, waste of little precious dash, which is only like a 2-second cooldown. But I just recommend not wasting as much as possible. But don't forget, have fun the best as possible. There you guys have it. That was basically it for my tutorial, not tutorial actually, tips and tricks video on DeathBall. But obviously guys, don't be forced to follow these, because these are just like my opinion and what I just maybe tell you guys. Maybe this is the wise thing to do. So yeah, I just wanted to tell you guys on how I basically play and my opinion on how to get grind kills or play DeathBall in a wise manner, maybe on fun, but obviously have fun the best, guys, please. So yeah, don't be forced to follow these rules. So that was basically it for just my tips and tricks video. So thank you for watching and have fun playing DeathBall.